Hey everyone, let's jump right into kindergarten and first grade. There's some early arriver ideas that I probably won't touch on unless it really needs the importance to really help with making these videos a little bit quicker. The first activity for kindergarten and first grade is to make a couple boundaries with the tape on the floor. So a starting point and a return point. They are going to unwrap a straw and they are going to push this ball to that return point and back to the starting point as two teams. So we have enough straws for everyone. We have some tape for the floor and we have the ping pong balls. So one person goes at one time, almost like a relay basically. All right, so that's the first thing for kindergarten, first grade. They'll go to large group, and when they come back, you won't need anything for hands up attitude. You'll be going through some examples or some scenarios of life, and the kids will raise their hands if the scenario is an example of a good attitude, and to sit on their hands if it's an example of a bad attitude. So the first one, your aunt asks you to clean your room. You say sure the first time she asks, and then get busy cleaning up. So right away, hands up, great attitude. So there's more of that, of course. And then after that, you guys will be opening up the Bible, Matthew 5:8, and making a little song out of the memory verse. Let your light shine so others can see it, then they will see the good things you do, and they will bring glory to your Father who is in heaven. It says here to do it to the tune of If You're Happy and You Know It. So for those of you that are gonna have fun musically, let your light shine so others can see it. Let your light shine so others can see it. Yeah, great. Have fun with that. Or you can clap the verse. We're basically getting into learning memory verse, of course, with a fun way to do it. And that is it for kindergarten and first grade. All right, second and third grade, early arriver ideas, of course. And then we're going to go straight into thumbs up, thumbs down. You're going to read some different scenarios and tell the kids to quickly put a thumb up or thumb down if it's, of course, negative or positive. So the first one, though, is a little twist, or some of them have a little twist. I had to clean the whole garage on the only Saturday we'll have free all month to make room for my sister's new bike. So it kind of turns in. So they're going to be wanting to, be the first one up or down. Of course, they're going to be kind of fighting for that, and they'll see that they'll have to switch it for each little situation or scenario. They'll go to large group. After large group, we'll go right into cheerful chores map. Cheerful chores map. So we'll have some markers for the kids. They're going to write a chore that they hate the most. Okay, so whatever, walking the dog. I'll show you guys a picture here in a second. So walking the dog, they're going to put it in the middle of the paper. They're going to circle it, and then they're going to have little stems off of that. They can write off of their circled main chore what makes it so awful. And then from there, in a different color marker, they're going to write people and people's names, or even just neighbor or something that the chore affects. So maybe we'll go with picking up the dog poop in the neighborhood. So we'll have picking up dog poop in the middle. We'll have why it's disgusting because it stinks and it gets on you, and whatever the reasons. And then right off of that, though, they'll start to put into their mind of who it's actually serving, who it's helping. And then you can even, of course, put Jesus, because you're serving Jesus in hopefully everything we do. So, okay, so that is cheerful chores. And then they're going to play a game of Chief, and I've never seen this before, but it sounds fun. You're going to be talking about the memory verse some, just to help them memorize it. And then you're going to send one guesser outside of the room. Somebody, probably one of our small group leaders, would have to hang out with them to make sure they're not peeking in. And there's going to be a chief inside the room with all the other kids. The chief is going to make up a pattern. So they're sitting Indian style on the ground. He's going to do a pattern, maybe clap hands, pat head, something like that, into a little set of a pattern. Then they're going to call the guesser back in, and the guesser is supposed to guess who the chief is. So basically, as good as the group gets it, it's going to be hard to tell who the chief is. And then we'll be able to play a couple rounds of that, and it's a little bit tied into the memory verse on how they're saying it. We have some wristbands that we give them, just some simple wristbands. We'll use just some Scotch tape to tape it around them on their way out. All right, here we go, 5th and 6th grade. Of course, early arriver questions and hangout time. and we'll go straight into crazy laws. So grab your group as a whole and have a conversation about some of the rules that they have, maybe rules at home or rules at school. So bring up one rule, pick a good one, and then have a quick discussion. Is this a good or a bad rule? Is this crazy? It just doesn't even need to be there. So you can go around and do some of that. And then to make it fun, we just have a quick sheet. Crazy American laws. In Pennsylvania, it's against the law to sleep on top of a refrigerator outdoors. So of course the kids would get a kick out of that, I think. And then they'll go to large group. When they come back from large group, we have the attitude puzzle activity page. Okay, so it's a page like this. It has halfway completed Bible verses. In the middle are Bible verses. So we want to grab a Bible with all the kids and start looking these up, and they want to fill in the blanks. So there's areas there that they would fill in the blanks of all these memory verses or all these verses. For the leaders, we have, of course, a key to the puzzle. We have the answers to the puzzle there in the room for you. For 4th and 5th grade, there is an extra area there that you can start conversations about bad attitude or a good attitude in regards to those verses. It'll get their minds kind of thinking. At the end of dismissal area, we're going to have a mirror and dry erase markers. Now the kids are going to like this because they're going to be able to write on here. So I'm just doing it. They're going to be writing good attitudes, joyful, happy, enthusiastic, things that they need to do to show a good attitude. So joyful, willing. I think the kids will have a fun with that just by writing on a mirror, of course. This is 4th and 5th grade, so possibly they will, possibly they won't. I think they will. And that'll spark conversation, of course, because we're going to be passing it around and having different kids write on the mirror. That is all we're doing in 4th and 5th grade.